So we have several non-agenda speakers that would like to speak. So prior to calling you up to the microphone, I would like to address, first of all, I know several of you are here to talk about the best and brightest, and so I want to address the state mandated requirements for eligibility for best and brightest. President LaCava, what? Oh, okay. So Florida Statute 1012-731 states to be eligible for retention award as specified in the General Appropriations Act, a classroom teacher must have been rated as highly effective or effective the preceding year pursuant to Section 101.34 and teach in a school for 2 consecutive school years, including the current year, which has improved an average of 3 percentage points or more in the percentage of total possible points achieved for determining school grades over the prior 3 years. That's what the statute says. So, and I think we all share the sentiments of President Katz, but while we wish that we could, neither the superintendent nor the school board has the authority to waive those requirements, although it is on our lobbyist list to try and change the statute. So I just want you all to know that before you come up and speak to us, because we have no authority, this board nor the superintendent has any authority to change the best and brightest requirements because they're statutory. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that. And finally, I also want our non-agenda speakers to know that the board is not going to interact with you. It's our opportunity to listen to you, and we do listen, and the administration listens, so don't expect us to enter into a dialogue with you. That's not what's tonight's for. It's for us to hear your comments and concerns. So I'm going to call you on the list in the order I have them. Black Mohammed and Nicole Black, would you come up to the 2 podiums? And after that, Sharika Battle and Michelle Brutus, if you would be next in line after these 2 first ones, Mr. Mohammed and Ms. Black.
Black Mohammed. First, I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. And I know we won't get an opportunity to see each other until next year. But I wanted to bring to remembrance something that we've been working on, and we celebrated this year 25 years of trying to comply with the Florida Statute 1003.428. But we still, as of yet, haven't been able to push that vehicle too far so that we can really see something that we can really brag on you guys about. I know that tonight we've noticed that you do get a lot of cliches and a lot of respect for what you've been doing around the state, but we're here in Palm Beach County, those who are in the, those of us who are the descendants of the slaves, we're still trying to get you to see the importance of the Florida statute, and now we hear tell that the new governor is now talking about a civics class, but we need a class, we need you to comply with the Florida statute first. And we've been waiting on this Christmas gift for 25 years, and I'm hoping that you can understand the need and the urgency. And if you did do what you say that you can do and that you know that you can do, I'm hoping that you can lead the other 66 counties in trying to repair the damage that's been done to all students, but particularly African-American students. Now, I know for about quite a few years, we had a superintendent task force that was designed to address the problems of African-American children, particularly the African-American male child, and we haven't heard too much of that since it's been taken over by the new superintendent, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. We have hopes that what we are designing inside of our community, we might be of a great assistance so that we can get the same bragging rights that you as a school board and the school system have for Palm Beach County, but we're going to need the participation of those of you who are responsible for this kind of activity. And we still want to remind you that we are in dire need of some resources, and if you know some African-American philanthropists that possibly might be able to assist us so that we don't have the restraints of trying to communicate with those of you who know that you have to go through what you go through. But if you know someone that's inside of Palm Beach County or in America, as we do a national search to find someone that could help us with the Florida statute. And I think we have designed some very clear ways to do things inside of our community, and we're very focused and we're very knowledgeable about what it is that we're doing, and we have hopes that we understand that what you require with your degrees and everything, but there's some things that we're doing in the community that I know that you don't have that kind of degree presented to you in none of your universities, but we have the ability to assist you if you are desirous of doing so. And we have hopes that for the year 2020, we would move, because, you know, the number 19 in ancient times, it was a number that was used for surrender. And we're hoping that we can surrender the ignorance that we've been carrying along with us for this past 25 years, and we can move forward and be the real champions of education, because once you help us with what we're trying to achieve, it will move everything forward. Thank you for your time. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Same to you. Would you state your name for the record? And Ms. Battle, would you come up to that podium, please?
My name is Nicole Black. Thank you for hearing me tonight. I'm currently teaching at UB Kinsey Palmview Elementary School of the Arts. I would like to address the board regarding the topic of the Florida's Best and Brightest Classroom Teacher Program, specifically in the area of retention. In October 2018, I was informed via email from the CTA that due to my highly effective evaluation status, I would be awarded the Best and Brightest raise and bonus. As a teacher of 7 years in a Title I school, it was wonderful, and I felt great to be recognized and rewarded for my continuous dedication and the highly effective teaching pedagogy that I have developed within my area. Over the course of the 2018-19 school year, the climate of my former school had drastically changed, resulting in 18 long-standing employees, including myself, choosing to take advantage of the voluntary transfer period. I want to be clear when I say that I did not want to leave my school that I had dedicated 7 years of my career to. It was difficult, but a necessary choice that I felt I had to make in order to preserve and maintain my mental health and stamina as a public school educator serving Title I students, especially as we consider mental health as we go forward teaching our students. The voluntary transfer period began on January 7th and extended to May 8th, 2019. During the transfer period, as per district bulletins that were made available to us, there was no stated change in that criteria that would lead me to believe that my choice to transfer would disqualify me from receiving the raise and bonus that I had rightfully earned as a result of my data and evaluation. So I would like to know why it is that my colleagues and I are being retroactively penalized by either the state or the district for transferring from one Title I school to another. The Merriam-Webster dictionary definition of the word retain is to keep in one's pay or service. I am still within the same district's pay and service. I did not choose to leave teaching in a Title I school. I chose to move to a different Title I school because I love the population that I serve. If the school district of Palm Beach County and the state of Florida is truly looking to retain highly qualified teachers during this time of critical shortage, I ask for an answer to how the district will validate their decision to withhold these funds that were deservedly awarded in writing to highly effective teachers back in October of 2018. Our students deserve our expertise, and we all deserve better. Please fund our future and retain highly effective teachers that you already have within your service. Thank you, and happy holidays.
Thank you, ma'am. Same to you. State your name for the record, please.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sharika Battle, teacher at UB Kinsey Palmview Elementary School of the Arts, and I would like to address the Best and Brightest program as well. First, I would like to say, recognize and retain highly effective educators who want to teach and stay within the profession. According to the bulletin sent out to us a few weeks ago, months ago, the funds came from the state. Why was there no negotiations or funds set aside for teachers who transferred or would possibly move to another school? As spoken to from other two individuals from other districts, there were funds set aside for highly qualified educators who may have moved schools, who fell into the recognition category. With that being said, I just wanted to know, where would these teachers fall into place if there's recognition funds and then the recognition funds being taken away from those educators? There's no funds that I was told of today. There was no funds for teachers who move schools after there was categories based off of new hires, retention, and recognition. There's no funds for the educators who move schools. So what was done for the educators who moved? And that's all I want to say. Thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you, ma'am. State your name for the record, please.
Hello, my name is Michelle Brutus. I was born and raised right here in West Palm Beach. I attended Palm Beach State College, where I earned my associate's degree, Florida Atlantic University, where I earned my bachelor's. As a product of the school district of Palm Beach County, my mission is to provide a superlative education and with distinction and fairness to every student that will inspire each student to reach his or her maximum potential and become outstanding citizens in our future society. I deem myself an expert. I'm highly qualified, and in addition, according to my FY status evaluation, I was indeed highly effective. On April 30th of this year, I made a decision to transfer within Title I schools because of hostile administration. That affected my well-being. Tonight, I want to address Florida's Best and Brightest Recruitment Awards. The stated intent of the Best and Brightest Teacher Program is to recruit, retain, and recognize teachers who meet the needs of the state and have achieved success in the classroom, according to the Florida Department of Education. On October 4th, a revised bulletin was sent out to say that the program had significantly been redesigned by the state. On October 4th. One of the key new features of the recruitment award was up to $4,000 for new hires who are deemed content experts, and at that time, it wasn't defined what a content expert was. In a recent article by the Florida Education Association, 40% of Florida's new hires leave within the first 5 years out of the classroom. Florida school districts were given funds to recognize K-12 personnel based upon data, but teachers who are highly affected yet chose to transfer to schools to improve their quality of living are being penalized. Why am I being punished? If the guidelines to award were stated at an earlier date, for instance, before the transfer period, or even during, maybe some teachers like me would have chosen to remain in distressing schools in order to keep their award status for the upcoming year. It's still unbearable to think, but although it's an easier pill to swallow than this evident blindside. Why were the transfer teachers not considered nor properly notified by the school district immediately? Where was that bulletin? There are several reasons for teacher shortage, with pay ranking 46% nationally for teacher salaries below the national poverty level, confusing evaluation standards, and now this. I feel utterly disregarded and disrespected. If the purpose was as I previously mentioned, of this award is to retain, recruit, and recognize teachers, how can I ensure that I will qualify next year or the year after that if I remain in the classroom? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Jennifer Drummer. You state your name for the record, please.
Yes, my name is Jennifer Drummer. It's a pleasure to be here before everyone this evening. I'm a little bit nervous. First time attending the meeting.
We won't bite, honestly.
I hope not. I'm here to address the bullying situation with the school systems and how it's handled. I had a situation with my granddaughter that wasn't addressed, and because of safety concerns, I'm very nervous. And because of safety concerns and the lack of principal being proactive, my daughter decided to move her out of the school. And it affected my job greatly. She had a situation that was addressed. It was highly ignored because of the student that was an IEP student, which was coddled. They took no actions to protect my granddaughter. My granddaughter has a sound academic background, and she was punished for being bullied. We had to take her out of the district, as well as she missing a great amount of days, which kind of affected the situation. But my being here was just to inform, as well as see the policies that's going to be addressed and taken into matters within the district. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. Have a happy, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, ma'am. Same to you.
You're
Ms.
welcome.
Drummer, if
Thank
you don't mind, one of my staff members will talk to you about your specific situation.
Yes.
Thank you. Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, for saying.
Thank you, Mr. Superintendent. So that was it, Carol. We don't have any cards, correct? Correct. Okay. So that'll take us to BRD